All right, everyone. I thought this would be a good point here on Wednesday to do a cure for cancer reading. I thought we'd take a look. These are basically all signs readings, but it is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, the hot spot of the connection cycle, if you will. Our host here, hello, Cancer. We got very interesting energies. This is a week where anything can happen. My pre-shuffle kind of reflects it. It's just 2 cards. Really, is the pre-shuffle. There's a devil in there somewhere too, but it's always there. There's an obsession. But either way, let's take a look here. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. It's basically an all signs reading. All right, so everybody's welcome here as I study the cycle. If you found this reading, you found it for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. All Cure for Cancers are timeless, and there's a whole playlist of them. Check them out. All right, Cancer, 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 Cancer. Oh man, it's decision time. That's what it is. You know, Mercury's about to change signs, and I'm about to pull on it fairly soon. I like to wait till after it happens so I don't force the universe to predict, or I like to pull right on it. It's happening on the 4th at my house. Well, today's the 3rd, and it's decision time. Somebody here is really thinking about you. 2 of Pentacles crossed by the 7 of Pentacles. That's it. That's all I need to show you in the pre-shuffle. That's all I needed to see, because that's what I felt before I shuffled this reading. I said, somebody's making a decision here. Okay, well, let's give the deck a shuffle then, and let's pull a Cure for Cancer reading. Let's have the universe give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Cancer, a flyover Cure for Cancer reading. All right, let's see. When I pull a reading, I talked about this on a mailbag video. You heard me say flyover. Flyover is what I do for all signs readings. The whole cycle's like here, right? It's like this landscape, and I'm flying over it in a helicopter. When I pull on a sign, in particular, usually, I'm ground level, like I'm walking through it, right? Now, in this case here, in the Cure for Cancer readings, the reason that they're pretty much all signs readings is I'm doing a flyover of the hot spot, and the hot spot bleeds onto every other sign. Every sign, I've said this before, should be pulling for Cancer's person to get their shit together. There's always a lot of fear with your person. There was a devil somewhere in that pre-shuffle. I did see it, you know, as I dug down deeper, but there's no need to go down any deeper. Somebody's making a decision. They're just obsessed about it and generating fears because they're overthinking, right? That's what's happening a lot this week with the runners, a lot of overthinking. And overthinking is fine. Actually, it's never fine. You always come up with too many reasons not to do something. I told the Pisces people that the other day, and I'm telling you the same damn thing. All right, here we go. I've got cut cards here in our reading. I don't always for Cure for Cancer, but I do here. I've got, my intuition says cut the deck, I cut the deck. At the bottom, why we're here is the Knight of Pentacles. It's decision time. Someone's holding on to what they got. There's the water, there's the emotion. It's where Cancer lives. You're the cardinal water sign. They're thinking about dipping a hoof in because all the good stuff's all across the water, and it's the only way across. It's a Knight of Pentacles. It's a good indicator because it's a reliable energy. It's something that does eventually move forward. They know it's like they know they have to. They're just kind of sitting there right now. 2 of Pentacles, like the pre-shuffle showed, a 7 of Pentacles, thinking back, what should I do, that kind of thing. And right there is the Ace of Cups after it. See, and in this deck here, in the Witch's Tarot, it's starting to flow, right? This Ace of Cups, the water's starting to leak out of it. And it has become toxic for you, just like it has for a lot of signs. Somebody's been sitting on it and sitting on it. There's a lot of regret around this Ace of Cups. I don't always get that with the Ace of Cups. I get it. I get someone who wants to tell you how they feel, and they never did. It's there. And this week, the energy of August in general, which I've called a North Node sandwich, with a whole bunch of shit in between. There's a whole lot of squares going on in the astrology. And plus that shit stirrer moon that I call it, which is the full moon around the 12th, which is a shit stirrer, which I will pull on. That is going to be a fun reading. I don't mind telling you. All right. Let's see where we go here. Let's see what's happening. We'll give the deck a final shuffle. Give me a Cure for Cancer flyover, universe. What's going on? Give me the soulmate cycle here. Now, as always, with Cure for Cancer, we pull 5 cards. I haven't even looked at what the bottom is yet. We pull 5 cards from the bottom. That's the affecting energy, the environment, the environmental energy, the room your runner here is living in. Up here, we pull 4 cards. That's how they're behaving in that room. Usually, it's in contrast to the energy, but we'll see. And then we clarify. All right, let's see where we go. Let's pull up Justice. Oh my God. First card out from the 5 in the environmental energy, the root energy of their environment right now is Justice. Okay? Somebody here, it's decision time. Justice is balanced energy. That's happiness to us 3D people. Okay? It's someone here who wants to be, I think this person knows what they want to do. I want to see what the rest is. Yeah, look, the world. Okay? Something has ended for this person. Okay? It could be a way of thinking. We're seeing that. This week, fuck this week. August in general. Because this reading here, you know, I'm not a time lord. I don't control, you know, any kind of time frame, but I'm trying to stick with August. I'm trying to stick to close range energy. Okay? August is a month of putting things down, dropping things that no longer suit. And somebody's doing that. Somebody is in new energy here. And that Justice card, I can't wait to see what's bookending that. Hermit, inner wisdom, waking up. Somebody here, again, I said it, they know what they want to do. The environmental energy is encouraging them to get happy. That's the easiest way to phrase this. I mean, the energy is new. It's a sunny day, right? Well, this implies we got past judgment. It's 8 Cups is the 4th card out. 8 Cups. Something has ended for this person. I hate repeating myself, but I will. The world told me that. Justice tells me that. Could be a divorce with the 8 of Cups here. Could be somebody wants one. I don't know. But it could just be they're unhappy in their life. Somebody here, I read it off that Ace of Cups, is really sad that they never told you how they felt. That you two never really connected. Okay? On the level that you were capable of. For some of you, you just plain never connected. Somebody here is walking away from 8 broken cups, even if it's just in their mind. But I think for a lot of them, it's 3D energy. They're walking toward their happiness, the 9 of Cups, wish fulfilled. 5th card is the 6 of Swords. Again, I repeat myself. You picking up a pattern here? Something's ended for this person. All done with the choppy water. They want to move on to calmer waters. I always show you the 6th card, okay? It doesn't fall on the table, but I always show it to you because you can kind of see it when I take the 5th card out. It's the 5 of Wands. Okay, that's the card that's keeping you two apart. This is the problem. Now, I'll get back to this. What's bookending Justice is the 6 of Swords. This tells me something's happening. Somebody wants to get happy. Can I phrase it like that? Somebody wants to get happy. They're awake. They're aware. They're feeling this connection. It looks to me with the World and the 8 of Cups like somebody's walking away from 8 broken cups toward their happiness. The World implies that there was judgment. Okay? Somebody had a reckoning of the soul, if you will. The 5 of Wands, well, that's the inner turmoil. There could be external turmoil. If it is a divorce or a breakup of some kind, I'm sure there is some kind of squabbling. But I read this more as internal energy in your person. The reading's on the flip. Let's see what we get. 5 Swords. We'll have to clarify it. 3 of Wands. This is why I said, your person, I always swear it, Cancer's person, I'm sorry. I do. I promised myself I wouldn't do it here. I said I would lighten that up because there might be children watching, right? I don't know, maybe. You know, I'm trying to be nice here, but fuck that shit. Okay? What's crossing the 3 of Wands? It better be a card that tells me this son of a bitch is jumping in the water. 3 of Pentacles. Very common card we're going to see in August. It keeps coming up since late July. I know I keep saying that, but there's new people here all the time. Everywhere. Every fucking reading I do, no matter what deck I use, I get the 3 of Pentacles. I'm going to refrain for a second. What's bookending the 5 of Swords? I better see something that's not this bullshit. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Somebody here. It's a bit of want their cake and eat it too. You familiar with that phrase? Somebody who wants you, they want something with you, but they're not used to. How do I phrase this? I'm trying to find a clever way to explain the energy because I feel it and then I have to translate it into words. It's like a car that hasn't been started in a while, right? The love for this person has been in misery for a long time, whoever the fuck this is. They're unhappy with their life. Oh, they might smile a lot on the outside. We see that all the time in these readings, in this cycle in particular. Bunch of fake-ass, fakey McFakermans. But this is like a car that hasn't started in a while. And you go out and you crank it, right? And it turns and it turns and then it fires up and it sputters and then it stalls. That's how their love is. This is the biggest card of love I could pull from the deck. It's the Queen of Cups, and she's sitting in a desert. I do not read water on this card. It's just like that Knight of Pentacles. That's why the universe had me cut the cards. It wanted me to see that Knight of Pentacles stopped at the water, right? Afraid to put a hoof in. They haven't in a long time. This person, their whole life has been short-sighted thinking. Right? If they're married for money, right? Or they're married for practical reasons. It looks good on paper. Very common for this cycle. You've heard me say that before. Well, obviously, I'm here studying a cycle. It's a real deal here at Steve's Love Tarot. I'm not just making up readings willy-nilly, telling people what they want to hear. It's coming up again. It's that kind of energy. Now, there's every intention when we look here of they want something with you, but they're afraid to come get it, right? They're afraid. They're thinking only the short-term things. Well, what if it results in an argument, right? Five of Wands. What if this card, this Five of Wands? I love this in the Witches deck because it's got all kinds of fake-ass shit, dragons and all kinds of stuff that doesn't exist, right? All kinds of shit. This person's. It almost looks like there's King Kong up here in the corner. All kinds of things they're telling themselves. It's short-sightedness. So they want to come get you. They want to work on something with you. They want something. It's someone who feels like they could be themselves with you. They could work on things with you, but they're just hanging there. They're just hanging there. And that's why when I threw that card, I was pissed. And I said, I better get something that shows this motherfucker jumping into the water because you're out there on that ship. And I didn't, really. I got they want to, but they're very short-sighted in their thinking. They're letting fear hold them back as far as coming toward you. However, in the environmental energy, it's you're the calmer waters, you're the happiness, you're the new cycle, you're what they can have a future with. Their soul is screaming at them to go towards you. They're sitting in 8 broken cups wanting to walk toward their happiness. I'm not sure, we'll see when we clarify, I'm not sure if they're actually physically doing it or not. Not in this current energy. But they definitely want something with you. They feel a lot of love, but they shut it down for some reason. Let's clarify. Let's just see where we go here. Why is the Five of Swords here? Let's talk about this Five of Swords because that's pissing me off. I'm tired of seeing the Five of Swords for any sign in these soulmates. I see it in the all signs readings all the time too when I do a flyover of the whole cycle. And I tell you, it is just no way to live. It's just cheating yourself out of happiness all the time for short-range thinking here. Why is the Five of Swords here? What the fuck? It's beautiful environmental energy. It all says the same thing. They want to be happy. The energy's changed. The energy around them has already changed. They know that. Okay? I may at the end clarify this Eight of Cups because I can't tell if they're actually doing this or if they're dreaming about it. I think I may have said that. This doesn't clarify that for me at all. This is someone who quite clearly is just standing there watching you. Okay? They just don't know how to love. They've never been loved right. I've told you that before and I'll tell you again. You know, they think sand goes in the cup and it's good. Or money goes in the cup and that's good, right? We could phrase it that way if you want. And well, that's fine. You could buy a bunch of shit, but it's not the same thing as love. It's not as fulfilling. At best, if you were filthy rich and had the career of your dreams, psychology studies have shown that you're only 30% fulfilled at best with that. Why? Because life is to be lived by the cup. That's why that cup's supposed to hold water, dumbass. Okay. Short-term thinking about, well, the money and that practical and mommy and daddy like this and that, or this is the life I'm supposed to be living. All of that is here. Okay? Well, I see it a lot. It's a common thread in this particular soulmate cycle. All right, I'm still shuffling. Why is the Five of Swords here? Jesus Christ, they're just self-sabotaging their own happiness by this. The environmental energy around the Five of Swords is go ahead and get happy. And somebody here is just short-sighted. Okay? There's no other way to phrase it. They're short-sighted. I think Also, there's an energy. Energy's always in layers, like I tell you. I think they're also coming to terms with their own Five of Swords behavior. I think they're aware of it. I know that with the Hermit here in the environmental energy, I know that they're aware of their feelings and what they're doing. This person's well aware that that boat with you on it is getting away. Okay? Oh gosh, I sure would love to partner with them. I wish we had something. You know, that kind of energy is around that Three of Pentacles. What's on top here? Knight of Wands. There's a strong impulse to come towards you. Okay? There is. I don't think they know what they're doing, though. The Knight of Wands is a young knight. The Knight of Wands is not really that experienced. Only been on a couple of dates. Again, I already described this bookend energy here as a car that hasn't been started in a while. Okay? And they sputter and the gas is all run out of the lines. It's dry. You know, I could rephrase that and be Steve and just say, I don't think your person's really been banged in a long time. Not something really good, you know. And I think they think you'd be really good. It would be one of those really hot, sticky nights, you know. And quite frankly, this night wants to get hot and sticky, right there. But it's a brave, impulsive action. There's a strong urge to go towards you. There is. With the sun is the energy here and all of this pushing them. The world is here. Justice, they want to move on to calmer waters. They want something with you. But they keep sabotaging it. Why is the Knight of Wands here? The Eight of Pentacles. See? Distracting themselves a little bit. Your person and Leo's person, very similar. But I don't think they're in the same situation. It might be. I don't know. The energy is very similar. Okay? As far as how the connection is. I think your person may be a little less restricted, but and I can't even say that for sure. All I can say for sure is the Eight of Pentacles is why the Knight of Wands is here. And the Eight of Pentacles is I see someone trying to distract themselves. That's how they're sabotaging this, by not really letting the sun shine on them. Like they're going outside. They're going to the beach in one of those Victorian swimsuits instead of a fancy bikini, right? Going to the beach in a Victorian swimsuit, got a hood on it, you know, and it looks like an overcoat, you know, kind of a thing like that. The sun's not hitting them; they're just distracting themselves from it. I think they're distracting themselves from the inevitable. But that ship is getting away. Let's talk to this character here. Why is the Three of Wands here? Why is the Three of Wands here? What's going on with this? There's a lot of passion for you. I got wands in all the right places here. And the swords are in all the right places too. That's a good spot for that. The cup is in the wrong place off of Five Swords. You know? It really is. Those two being read together. There's a lot of love they have. Why is the Three of Wands here? Tell me about the Three of Wands. I still got hope for this reading. There it is though. I see it all the time in your weekly reading. Like when I pull the weekly reading and I get to Cancer, the most common thing I get is fear. I get fear. Four of Pentacles. They're holding back. What did I tell you? Holding back. I said, I better see a card. When I pulled this card, I said, I better see a card that shows this son of a bitch getting in the water and chasing after that ship. And I didn't. I got the Three of Pentacles. This Three of Pentacles energy ties to this Eight of Pentacles energy. It's just they're working with everyone else but you. And my fear here is if they don't do something quickly, someone else is going to get the love that they should be given to you. Someone else is going to get credit for all your work, for this soulmate connections work, and it's not going to be as tight a connection. I don't believe it will be. Someone here they're just sitting there on the shore. What's on top? See? Seven of Swords. They're full of shit. Okay? They're full of shit. They're self-sabotaging it by doing that. Even the universe is saying that, and they know it. The Seven of Swords is something where if we're full of shit, we know that we're full of shit. You know, it's my sociopath card, right? A sociopath knows that they're lying. They know that what they're doing is wrong, but they do it anyway. Okay? It's not the same thing as a psychopath who just has no idea that what they're doing is wrong. They just, you know, yeah, this is the way it is. They live in their own little fucking world. This is not your person. Your person is in a sociopathic way sabotaging this right here, allowing the cup to not get filled. I'm curious to know why, and I think we'll find out. We'll get there. Why is the Seven of Swords here? The Nine of Wands. Again, there's this resistance to opening up. There's this resistance. It's like, I'll phrase it this way. It's like this son of a bitch is afraid of the water. Your person, who's this son of a bitch, wearing the cape, the cloak of assholeness, right? The cape of assholeness, is afraid of the water. They tell themselves, well, that's too deep. I can't dive off this cliff. You know, I don't know how to swim real good. They know how to swim fine. They know how to swim fine. And look, remember the sun was crossing here, this Five of Swords? That's the sun in the background there on this card. They're facing away from it. And the universe is telling you that it's a lie. It's all a deception. They're always keeping an eye on you. You know, always keeping an eye on you. All right. Well, they have to. They have a lot of love for you. They just keep, through short-term thinking, sabotaging it. People do this, but not to the extent that they do it in this soulmate cycle. This particular soulmate cycle is crazy shit. Let's talk about this Three of Pentacles, and then we'll get to that Queen of Cups. All right. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles, which is crossing all of this, okay? It's what they want. They want to work with you. It's also feedbacking off the Eight of Pentacles. So again, that's where I get that statement that they may just partner with something else that's easier, because they know if they come in and talk to you, they've got to be open. There's Queen of Cups level love here. That's the real deal, right? You matter. So this person's trying to find some kind of, they're almost copping out in a way. You know, it's a great big cop out. It's not real fear either. They're not that afraid. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. What is this shit? Yeah, there it is. See, I said when we got the World, we got past judgment. Yeah, we're already past judgment. They know what they want. They want a second chance with you. That's the environmental energy. It would be better if this was the base energy and this was crossing. You know, kind of a thing like that. But it's not. The environmental energy is they know. They already know. The energy around them's already changed. All right, this person wants a second chance with you. They want something with you is the easiest way to phrase that. Even if it's just a friendship, they want it. What's on top? The Hierophant. They could be married. There could be a spouse in the way. I see it here with Justice and the Eight of Cups and all of that, and moving on. And there could be fighting with the Five of Wands that was the sixth card. There could be. And that thing in the World would indicate that marriage is past its expiration date. That's one of those energies that's there with the Hierophant on top of the Three of Pentacles, with Judgment crossing it. Tells me that marriage is done and has been done for a while. But your person's using that as a cop-out, by the way. Cop-out energy is still there, just in case. It's sort of like almost a procrastinating energy, where it's like, well, first I have to divorce this, and then we have to do all that, and then maybe I'll go in here. All the while, that boat is getting away here, while this fool stands on the edge of the water, on the cliff. So the other energy here, for those of you, in case your person isn't married or something like that, it's just there's something here, some sort of spiritual change within your person that they're resistant to. You know, there's something here about you that makes them nervous. Maybe they're afraid of something you might say to them. Maybe they're afraid you might challenge their beliefs. It could be any of that. I mean, it could be any of that and more. You're going to have to, it's a general reading. I'm doing the best I can. It's something along those lines, okay? Either way, it's a fucking cop-out. Can we just phrase it like that and leave it there? Why is the Hierophant here? Three Swords. They're already wounded. They're already hurt. The last time, it's like this. These energies here, the Hierophant on top of the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords with Judgment crossing. If I were to sum this up and talk in your person's voice, right? What they might say here is, I've already gotten hurt before. The last time I went for somebody that I thought I loved, it turned out to be wrong, and they were just some kind of psycho, and I got really hurt in that. Somebody here is holding you responsible. That's very clear. It's one of the energies here, definitely with that Three of Swords. Somebody here is holding you responsible for what somebody else did, and that too is a very common thread in this soulmate cycle. All right. All of that being said, there's a lot there. Excuse machine. Okay, Queen of Cups. At the end of the day, there's a shitload of love here. But somebody, this Queen of Cups, we can't discount, is bookending the Five of Swords. Somebody here is thinking short-sightedly, right? Their thinking is short-sighted. Again, that's why that Queen is more likely to put sand in the cup and keep putting sand in the cup. They know they don't want the sand in the cup. We talked about sand in the cup with your person before in a Cure for Cancer reading, I do believe. They know they don't want it, but there's a whole cop-out situation here where it's short-sighted, but it's just easier to keep the sand in the cup because I got hurt before. I think also if they're married, that person hurt them. That person might have cheated or embezzled money or just is controlling or whatever. Either way, they got hurt. And yet they still give their loyalty to it. It's like this Queen of Cups still puts sand in the cup, even though it's making her choke. We've talked about that before. I know we have. And the fact that it keeps coming up just means it just enhances its accuracy. That's all. All right. Why is the Queen of Cups here now, though? See, August energies, all bets are off. August energies is just going to August is just going to keep punching people who are like this. All right, they're just going to keep getting punched, and that's just the way it is. It's a North Node sandwich with a shit stirrer moon down the middle. It is going to be some powerful readings this month. Why is the Queen of Cups here? You know, come on, universe, let's go. Oh yeah. It's crossed by the Page of Cups. At least it's a Cups card. All right, we'll take that. Again, why are you such a risk for this person? Why are they so shy around you? I actually get that. That's really strange. I know some of you, when I say why are they shy around you, you might say, no, that's not my person. They're brave, they're really cool, they're the coolest this, or they're that, or they're popular, or whatever. That's possible. But around you, they feel small. And I tell you that all the time. Probably because the non-runners in this cycle are very capable of giving and receiving love. In fact, the non-runners in this cycle, which are usually the DFs, which we see in a lot of the Twin Flame Journey readings, have grown a lot. They're reflecting in pure Empress energy. There's no doubt about it. So somebody here they're just fucking afraid. It's just, again, it goes to that cop-out energy. Every excuse they have, every excuse this motherfucker has for not jumping in the water and swimming out to the ship that you're on is a goddamn cop-out. It's bullshit. Okay? It's complete bullshit. And there it is right there. It was on top of that card. There's your bullshit. The Seven of Swords right there. What's going on here? The Hangman. Yeah, it leaves them stuck. They sit there. I wish I could say they're getting a new perspective and they're going to put water in the cup. No, your person's bullshitting. They're looking away. They're trying right now in the current energy at the time here that I'm pulling this. It is decision time. The pre-shuffle told us that. It's decision time. But they're just staying in the Hangman tree in perpetually deciding. Okay? There's a but here because there's a but. Yeah, it's the Four of Cups, and all the while it's creating a huge did I say huge level of toxic disappointment. It's toxic. That card right there, I now regret with every fiber of my being not showing you the Devil in the pre-shuffle. It was 2 cards down. And so it would have been the 4th card. I thought that the first 2 cards were going to be enough. My kingdom to go back in time. My kingdom for a time machine. This is tied to that Devil in the pre-shuffle. It has Devil energy all over it. All of this bullshit. All of their copping out. All of their hanging in the Hangman tree. Blaming you. Oh, well, last time I went for somebody who was a Cancer, I got hurt. And so I'm just going to stick with what I got, which is ironic because what they got, whether it's their life they're living or someone they're with, actually is hurting them or hurt them in the past. Yet they continue to stay with that. So they're a hypocrite on that level. Everything they're doing, all of it, all the cop-out reasons, the distracting themselves, the short-sighted thinking is causing more and more disappointment to well up in them. Okay? More and more disappointment. And as August goes through, right, it's only August 3rd. As August plays through, as we play through to the next North Node energy influence, And the 2 North Node energy influences meet in the middle at the full moon. That's going to be a fucking hell of a reading. I think this goes somewhere. I'm going to see. I'm going to see right now. And I'm also going to pull on this 8 of Cups before we go. But first, let's have a chat here. Let's have a chat here with this boy, your person, and find out why they're not banging you. Okay? Find out what happens when the 4 of Cups builds and builds and builds. It's all, they're just disappointment. While they're in the hangman tree, they're not getting a new perspective. They don't need a new perspective. They know how they feel. They know what they want. All they're getting is more and more disappointed in themselves, because then there's just still, it's just a loop. It's a feedback loop around and round. My life sucks. I should go toward Cancer. Oh, but you know, I've got a whole bunch of excuses, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to, so I'm just going to stay in my life sucks. Then the minute they do that, they get disappointed. And then they think, oh, I should go toward Cancer. Oh, but I can't because I've got this, this, and this. I'm the bullshit artist, right? I forgot I'm a bullshit artist. So I'm going to stick with what I got. And more disappointment builds. And then it comes around and around and around. That's your fucking person. And it drives me crazy. And it is, in a way, on some level, everybody's person in this cycle. All the stories vary from sign to sign, but this is the energy. It's a loop. This week, this energy right now, after that North Node reading, which everybody saw, I hope, okay? The August readings, which I hope everybody watched, including the overview. The August overview reading shows us what's likely to happen, at the end of it all, right? It takes the whole month in a snapshot and plays it out. I think at the end of the day, it results in some forward movement. But right now, in the moment, it's decision time. It's time for them to sit in the disappointment. What happens with this disappointment? Tell me about this 4 of Cups. Where's it going? Where's it going? Where's it going? 3 Cups. Backpedal. Oh, come on. Why am I your second favorite energy reader? It's a backpedal. It's a motherfucking backpedal. Back to a reunion, right? A reunion. Them opening up to you. Them telling you how they feel. I saw that Ace of Cups after the cut. That son of a bitch was leaking. It was overflowing. Right? That's what happens. It's exactly what I said to you. As this builds up, as this loops around, they backpedal. And it ends up being communication. Who backpedals? The Emperor, right there. Somebody takes control of their happiness. Why? Because, look, this is your person, the Emperor, the divine masculine, if you will. Sitting here on the throne with all their stuff, right? Disappointed. Right? They could have been banging you. That's you right there. You're like, God, I'm right here. You haven't had good sex in a while. I'm right here. You can bang me. I'm not gonna, I gotta do all this. And that's your person. That's their voice. That's the actual voice. I just did it. Right? Master impressionist, Steve. Oh, come on. Okay, fine. And there they go. Right there. Disappointed, sitting in that chair. And there you are off. You might find somebody else, right? This is why I say to you, so they end up backpedaling and rolling in. But, there's a but here. Your person never ceases to disappoint. Crossing all of it is the Page of Swords. That's disappointing, okay? This person here, I don't give a fuck if you tell me your person is a top-level executive, is the president of the United States, is the president of some island nation. I don't fucking care. This is an insecure motherfucker, okay? This energy reads like this. They may hide it well. I bet they do. I bet they mask it real good. But this is some insecure shit. This is why I said to you around this 3 of Pentacles and the energy's there. Be careful. Don't be waiting for this person. Okay? Work on yourself. Get yourself in your Empress energy. Put your own bikini on. Not some fucking Victorian thing with a hood and all that. Put a real Speedo or bikini on. Go out and get some static energy on you. Go out and meet some people. Because this person is incredibly inclined to disappoint. This person is incredibly inclined to just take and find someone else who's closer. It's easier. Pick some low-hanging fruit rather than come to you at the top of the tree, the prime piece of fruit. Which they can have. But as we heard earlier from your person, we actually heard from your person, they've got a lot of cop-outs, a lot of excuses. I don't know if I'm gonna, like that, right there. But their inclination as the depression, for lack of a better way to put it, builds, as the disappointment builds, is to backpedal and come running right to you and tell you how they feel. It's likely to happen. I see this emperor getting right up. He's looking right at those people out there. And that's you out there. Just like on this card, that's you out there on the ship looking right at you. All right? That's what I get here. Now, just for fun, because for some of you, your person needs to get away from 8 broken cups, I'm going to switch decks real quick because I'm a glutton for punishment. And I'm going to take and I'm going to pull on this 8 of, I'm going to actually put that there. I'm going to put that there. Can you see that? Is that on camera? Okay. I'm going to pull on this 8 of cups. All right. We're going to see if they're physically walking away or if they're just thinking about it. Because I get a mixed energy here, which tells me maybe that some are and some are just, knowing what they want to do, but still haven't done anything about it yet. I'm just going to see which way the wind is blowing. Okay. I need to clarify this for me. If you want to shut off the video, you can. It's fine. It's free. I didn't charge you for it. It's cool. But I want to know about this 8 of Cups. All right. What do you want to tell me about this 8 of Cups, universe? Why is this energy hard for me to read? Okay. As a card, it's pretty easy to read. Right? It's even easier when it's reversed. It's always somebody coming back to you who once walked away. Okay, and it didn't come up reversed. In fact, if it came up reversed here in this affecting energy, I would have read it as they're going back to a spouse, not you. Okay, so again, there's something attached to that. Wow, let's just find out. I got the Lightseer deck. It's a nice cartoony deck. It'll be fun. Let's see here. 8 of Cups. Why is it here? I'm most interested in the affecting energy, the card at the bottom. Let's find out. The 10 of Cups. That's an escalation. 8 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 8 broken cups, walking away toward 9 cups. The affecting energy is the 10 cups. She walking toward the rainbow, wants to go all the way. So far, it's a whole lot of wanting and not a whole lot of doing. Okay? They're sitting on a rain. Your person's in fairyland. They're sitting on a rainbow here. Can't sit on rainbows. It's light energy. It's not physical matter. So they're living in fairyland for the most part. For now, let's take a look. The Empress. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's this just says this is the Queen of Tits. Look at the tits. Those are your tits. I'm sorry, I'm putting you on camera in front of thousands of people. I said I'd never show anyone the picture, but I am. Fuck you. Okay, fine. I want everyone to see because they're awesome. Why do I say that? I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy. This right here, why? Why does it come into reality? Which I think it does because of you. This is why they backpedal. This right here says the same thing this says. Once that disappointment builds, that it is just fantasy and they're still sitting in the shit, that disappointment builds and builds and builds. Eventually they backpedal back and have a reunion and open up. Why? Because you guys are divine counterparts. This is a very powerful connection. It's all about you. The only reason they're even considering walking away from 8 broken cups, their life or somebody they're living with or whatever, is because of you. It's because you showed up. And I said this in a reading recently. I think it might have been the North Node reading. It's coming up here. They actually, one of their cop-outs is they resent you a little bit for that. I think that came up in the All Signs North Node reading. That energy's here. If it wasn't for you, I was fine. And that in and of itself is also a lie. It's a lie. They weren't fine. You wouldn't have had a soul recognition in the first fucking place if they were fine. The universe operates under the law of for the greater good of everyone involved. If they had a happy marriage, let's say for example, they wouldn't have had a deep soul connection show up to throw a spanner in the works. The universe wouldn't do that. That knocks energy out of balance, and that is not what nature does. Nature tries to balance energy. It doesn't defeat itself. Nature is not fucking 5 of Swords self-sabotaging. Okay? So, again, it's why it's so crazy for me to do these readings, because it's just this loop of bullshit, and I just want to grab your person by the throat and just shake them by the fucking throat and go, you idiot, you moron, you don't stay in something that's bad. Don't sit on, who cares if you got a bunch of stuff? What's that stuff doing for you? Okay? It's unreal. There's just just cop out after cop out, and then the disappointment builds. Eventually they backpedal. Sometime in August, I believe we reach a point where you got a very strong chance of hearing from somebody, and somebody snaps here. It's because of you that they do, that they might want to bring it into reality. Why is the Empress here? The Two of Wands, it's perfect. As a matter of fact, not only is it perfect in energy, it's a perfect match in the cards. If you look here in the corners where I got my thumbs, look, it's like she's in the room with the Empress, right? It's actually a perfect, the flooring almost matches perfectly here at the bottom. It's a color match. It's the perfect card to fall there. All right? It's almost like a split screen in a movie where we see one person in one room and another person changing in the bathroom over here, putting the earrings on or doing the hair or whatever. At the end of the day, they do want to make this a reality. At the end of the day, when it's saying the same thing here as it says here. All right? They put down something. Something's going to give here at some point. In Cancer's connection in particular, for you Cancerians watching in particular, there is a huge, and did I say huge? Huge tower coming at some point. It's not here yet. It didn't show up in the reading. Oh, but it's coming. And it lives somewhere between these two cards. Okay? And it lives somewhere between, well, these two cards too. All right? And it's rooted in disappointment. All right? This person is full of shit. And I'm pissed at them for it. Cancer's person in particular keeps me up at night. They have been since I got here. It's unfucking real that this person can just go around with this gorilla math logic. I don't know what it is. It's unreal. I think I'm insulting gorillas because I think gorillas do better logic math than this. I do. That is your reading. That's where we're at. Pay attention to anything I pull this month, especially all signs readings. I will certainly, Cancer, I will certainly give you the hotspot and energy update at some point. I'm absolutely certain that that's going to happen. Pay attention to also the Mercury in Virgo reading that's coming up in the next day or two. Okay, it's a very important reading. Mostly because Mercury gets to grounding Virgo just before Venus gets over into Leo. When Venus gets into Leo, it lights a fire under someone's ass. I think that's where this Three of Cups happens. Okay? But Mercury in Virgo is probably everybody's person in particular working out what they're going to say. Again, we're at this phase of decision time now, and that's where this reading started. Somebody, and I do want to point out, I want to remind you, because I'm talking a lot about lying and cop-outs and all that stuff, your person is well fucking aware of what they're doing, okay? Let's be very clear about that. They're exactly aware of how they feel for you. They're exactly aware of what they're doing, and they know that what's around them is Three Swords. It's causing them pain, okay? And they're aware of this disappointment. This boy on this card is well aware he wants to bang this little blonde girl. Abso-fucking-lutely, yet he's looking at frogs. Oh, look at the frog over there. Isn't that great? Distracting themselves with frogs. It's nonsense. All right, this emperor wants nothing more than to get off that chair. It just, after a while, the nonsense and the fantasizing and the dreaming isn't enough. And when we reach that point, they backpedal real fast. This Three of Cups is the biggest card of communication for me in the Minor Arcana. It's better than an Eight of Wands. That's why I laughed when it fell. It is a powerful energy of someone opening up. Whether they open up to you or not, or they just have a breakdown on their side and break into tears, I have no idea. But something's going to give here. There's a tower waiting to happen. That is your reading here in the Cure for Cancer world as I study the hotspot. I hope this was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. I wish I could title this reading, Someone is Just Full of Shit. I'll figure out a clever title. I'll come up with something. All right, that's your reading. Good luck.